Alright guys, this is an Echo pb-200 blower. We're going to be doing the carburetor fuel lines on this. Everything that you need for this comes in a kit. I'll be putting it in the description below. Super cheap on Amazon. I use hundreds of these all the time and they work. So don't listen to anybody else. I promise you, you can watch all my videos and see them all work. Okay, so it's got everything you need. Carburetor, some extra fuel filters. These are actually a bit large. It should be small like this. Look at that. Another grommet in case it's the small grommet instead of the big grommet. I think there's a lot of different things that use this, so that they just put a lot of different things, you know, for the multiple applications in it. Spark plug, primer ball, everything you'll need. These are some jet cleaning brushes. You won't use these really so much on two strokes. These are more a four stroke kind of thing, and they're really only one that you can use on the four strokes, and it's the smallest one. The rest of them are all too big. This is more for doing cars, or I keep them. I use them to clean guns and, you know, stuff like that. But that's just a free gift that came in the kit. Sometimes it comes with a carb tool, you know, stuff like that. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and take off air filter cover. Phillips head, take off these two screws. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove the fuel lines. I'm just going to cut them off, get them out, you know, off the carburetor. And we're going to pull the carburetor off. You see there's a cable right there. It's the throttle. This pops right off. And you just kind of twist this to get the cable to pop out. Right there. Like that. See, these things are hard as a rock. Get these fuel lines out of here. Like they're ready to pull out by their own. Just get them out of there. These things are hard as a rock. Look at this cracked and crunched. Just toast. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just clean up the gas tank area where the grommet goes and drain all the gas out, clean the inside of the gas tank. So it's the smaller grommet. So we have to switch this over to this. You just pull all the lines out, pop them in that. I already have a set. I have my toolbox, or you know, my parts box actually. It's a toolbox I keep all my parts in. And I'm just going to use that. Stick the filter in there, pop the lines down in there. So we're going to push the back side of the grommet in like that. And then we're going to work our way around with a flathead screwdriver and go from one side to the other. Just slowly work it in. Slowly work your way in. It is a very tight fit, but it will go in there. You just got to work your way slowly one side to the other. Got it all the way in there. Now you look in the gas tank. You can see that this line has the filter on it. It's the long line. So that's the one that takes the filter. And move the vent line kind of to the back where it's out of the way. This barb, the one furthest away from the primer ball, is the one that gets the filter line, gets this line that goes to the filter. That one. This side of the carburetor, that's got the hole there. See the other one, it's got a hole here, but it's different. The side that's got the throttle side goes to the engine side. This little hole here is a vacuum line. It'll line up with that. That's what runs the fuel pump that's built into this carburetor. All right. So we're going to go ahead and slide this in to the throttle cable like so, and then line it back up to the filter with the choke arm towards the recoil. Slide the air filter assembly back in place, get it slid into the intake manifold. Make sure you've got your gasket still there. It didn't come off, so I left it there. Make sure this gasket lines up the hole with the carburetor and the intake. And then go ahead and tighten it down. You know what? I'm looking at this and it'll be easier to hook the fuel lines up first. Let's get these fuel lines hooked up first. Alright, again, this fuel line that goes to the filter goes to this bottom one. The line's hooked up, you can hook this up. Now if you need more line, you can pull line out. If you need to get rid of some line, you can push it back in. Once you've got it all lined up, you know, like this is going to need a little bit more line. Alright, and get all lined up again, get everything on there, give yourself whatever slack you need on the fuel lines. Tighten those two Phillips heads up, make sure the choke arm's towards the recoil. Tighten it all up. Dump some fresh gas in there, and we're going to prime it up. Make sure that it primes, make sure we hooked up the fuel lines properly. I mean, even I can make mistakes and hook it up wrong, so let's just see if it primes up. Yeah, it's sucking fuel. Starting to suck fuel. Hey, hooked that up wrong? I don't know. Usually you'll see foam coming out of it if you've got it hooked up backwards. But I don't think I've got it hooked up backwards. I just think it's being weird. No, it's hooked up right. I see the bubbles coming out the other one. It's just being weird. Let me see what's up with this fuel line. I'll pull it out. Maybe it's sticking up out of the gas. It was fine. It was even in. It just isn't priming up tight for some reason. It's got gas going in it though. It's alright. Find out in a minute. There's a lot of oil built up in that muffler. We're going to have to burn off. We're going to have to burn it off. So we're going to run this a little bit and make sure it clears out. But put on a new air filter cover, and this thing's ready to go. Alright guys, I'm going to run this for a while. I'm going to leaf blow off my property, you know, my driveway. It just seems like it's, you know, running really rich, but I don't think that's the issue. I think there's just probably a bunch of oil built up into the muffler or something like that. So I'm going to run it and see if it stops smoking. If this video helped you out in any way, shape, or form, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. All the parts will be in the description below. Yeah, if you want to do any advertising on my channel, message me. I'd be more than happy to have a sponsor. Peace.